Hi, Brian. Welcome back.
Hey, David. Glad to be back here on SkydiveRadio.
Let's see. Today's topic is about three-ring systems that are, you know how some are reversed?
Yep.
I haven't seen that for a while.
Yeah, we used to make them, actually, at Airtime.
Normally, on most rigs, you see the three rings, but on these reversed ones, you just see kind of the riser going over the top of them.
Yeah.
So, can we talk a little bit about what the pros and cons are to those two different systems?
Yeah, for sure. Well, there's a couple issues to hit. One is that when you've got reverse risers and you drag your rig when you're stowing your lines like I do, you're not rubbing your closing loop on the dirt, so that's an advantage. The other advantage of the reverse risers, and the reason why we chose to do them all those years ago, and we built quite a few of them, is that now you're not cutting a hole through the riser to allow that little closing loop to pass through, right? So you've got more area of webbing, so it's technically stronger. So we were in the context of some riser breakage back then. And we figured, well, this is the answer. Let's just not cut a hole through the riser. Let's just reverse it so that everything can be on the inside and it's all kind of protected. That just felt better. And then somebody had a bag lock. And they're belly to earth, and they're trailing the whole thing. And they cut away, and the parachute doesn't leave. And the jumper was smart and ended up sitting upright, and then it left. And we thought about it and went, oh, so the three-ring, when it leaves, it pivots, it swings. And if it's swinging towards you, pressing against your shoulder, right, against that reserve riser, it doesn't want to go. Even though you've extracted the cables, you've got yourself a hang-up. Now, it's not that hard to sit up. However, I don't want to have to. If I'm upright when I cut away, if I'm just trailing something and my feet are down towards the earth, it'll release just fine. It's just in the belly down kind of deployment, there's a pretty good probability that backwards risers will not want to go, which is why we stopped making them. I know that the French are still making them, or at least until recently they were. I had somebody in my canopy course here at Skydive Chicago this weekend that is still using them. A European guy that was here. And I, of course, pointed it out, and he said, yep, I know. So at least he's trained. He knows that in the event of some sort of a malfunction where he's still belly to earth, that he's going to have to drop his knees so that his three-ring releases. But I think there's a pretty substantial justification, especially now that we're adding extra layers of webbing in the traditional risers, that even though you're poking a hole through it, it's still plenty strong to handle the largest of jumpers. And if you're so big that you're worried that your risers are going to break, you can always use the wider risers.
So your recommendation would be to go to the standard forward-facing riser?
It is. It is.
Okay. Brian, insightful as always, and let's see, what do we want to talk about today? How about transcendingfear.com?
Transcendingfear.com.
What can we read about there?
Oh, all kinds of stuff.
Articles.